Hi, my name is Gillian, and today, instead of cleaning my oven, I made this video. I hope you enjoy it. This is about my experience with my new Sentro knitting machine. Now, I'm hopeless with knitting needles, and so this machine has been absolutely fantastic for me. I've actually made about 15 different items in the month since I had this machine. I got it on Christmas Day 2024. And I've made loads of stuff. This is really all I have left because I've given so many hats and headbands away. But yeah, I would never in a million years have been able to do this by knitting with needles. I think this one has been my favourite. I wear this quite a lot as a headband or a scarf. And this is a very quick look at how I got on with this machine and what I made. This isn't a tutorial. I tend to only do tutorials over on my craft channel, and I'm no way good enough to actually, do a tutorial on this over there. This is more of a review of the Sentro knitting machine, and I also show you something that I did wrong, which hopefully you can avoid if you have one of these machines, if you've just got one or if you're thinking about getting one. It's basically just me talking while we watch how I messed up while I was making this hat. And the way that I messed up is a really easy mistake for anyone that's new to circular machine knitting to make. So I've just cast on there and I'm just doing my first few rows, and you'll see in a couple of minutes how I messed up. So everything was going great guns, it was fine, and I got to the point, I think I'd probably done around about 120 rows, maybe 125, which is what you need for a hat that is going to be folded up double. So there you can see I'd done everything I needed to do, but look what happened. See that? See that mistake? There's two errors there that run through for several rows. Okay, it shouldn't look like that. This just tells me I did something wrong. This is what the whole thing should look like. Should be all neat and uniform like this, but luckily I had noticed those rogue rows in there, which is why I took the whole thing off the machine. This is where I went wrong. This thing, it controls your tension. I was using double knit, and so I had mine in the smallest hole, and that seemed to work okay for me. So what happened was I accidentally pulled the wool out of that hole while I was knitting, and so the tension was completely gone, and I did a couple of rows before I realised. And then obviously once I realised, I put the wool back in the hole, carried on knitting. So then I had a few more rows that were fine, that were perfect. And then I noticed again that I had accidentally pulled the wool out of that tension hole. So anyway, I put the wool back in, I carried on knitting, I finished my 120 or so rows, and then I realised that no, you can't get away with that. And so I ended up having to unravel the whole thing and start again. And this is my second, well actually no, I'm gonna tell the truth. This is my fifth go. My fifth go. But you know what? It's a learning curve when you get one of these, and you just need to persevere, because once you get the hang of it, God, you can make so many fantastic things so quickly. It is truly worth it. Here I'm finally at the end of producing, a fairly perfect piece of knitting. Didn't have all the mistakes in that my other 6 for 5 efforts had. I am casting off. I actually started off at the white pin, but I forgot to switch the camera on. So I'm part way through here. I will link some videos below to people who know how to do this properly, people that I have followed. I mean, I am no expert here. You're literally watching me learn. So if you really want to learn how to do this all properly, just go into the description of this video and you will find links to the videos that have helped me. So I'm casting off, and then you can see that I am turning the handle and doing each stitch one by one. But people who are more confident with this, people who've been knitting for a long time on the Sentro, they actually release lots of stitches all at once and then just zip along picking them all up. I'm doing mine one at a time, but some people will just turn the handle and get all the stitches ready, and then they just go along with the needle and they just pick them all up without having to keep cranking the handle, if that makes sense. You'll see, if you go into the description and find the videos that I'm talking about, you'll see there's people that will teach you this step by step. So there's my hat ready to be finished off, and as I said, it's going to be double layered, so nice and warm. And although it's taken me quite a while to get to grips with this Sentro machine, it's really been worthwhile. I've so much enjoyed playing around with this, because once you do get to grips with it, it's so easy to make you know, you can make several hats in a day. And I have been watching videos online of people that are making jumpers and tops and skirts and dresses. Yeah, there's some people are making some amazing things, and you have the ability with these machines to make either a tube, which is what you've seen me do here, or you can knit flat panels, and that's why it's so easy to make jumpers and things. Because yeah, you can make flat panels. There's a switch that you have on. I think it's T for tube or P for panel. It's just on the side of the machine. I haven't actually done any panels yet because I'm still getting to grips with tubes, but I've made so many hats, and you know, you get results quickly. So if you're someone like me, I'm quite impulsive and I like to see results quickly. Yeah, this is definitely worth having, but you do need to persevere and watch lots of videos of people showing you how to do things the right way. So yeah, I can highly recommend this machine. I've also got knitting looms, which I'll probably show you in another video. I've really enjoyed them as well. They're not as fast, obviously, as using a knitting machine, but they are good fun, and you can make loads of really lovely knitted stuff on there. So in a minute you're going to see my finished hat, and you will notice that I've got a little leather tag on mine. It's got a heart on there and it says handmade with love. I saw people using those leather tabs and I thought, how brilliant, because it really finishes hats off, well, anything, scarves, hats, anything you make. It really gives it a lovely professional finish. And so I found some online, and then I was kind of at a loss as to how to fix them. So I stitched my first ones on, wasn't happy with that, and so I went looking to see if there was any kind of tiny rivet that you could get, and there is. So if you're interested in knowing more about those leather tabs and how you can fit them, you can just leave me a comment below this video and I will see what I can do. So my verdict on this machine is, if you're good at learning and you don't give up easily if things go wrong, definitely get a Sentro machine. Definitely. And if you want to know more about my experience with the Sentro knitting machine and where you can get one, go over to my blog, which is www.anythingexcepthousework.co.uk, and that's all in lowercase letters, anythingexcepthousework.co.uk. But don't worry if you don't remember it, I will leave a link to my website in the description underneath this video. So that just about wraps things up for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've certainly enjoyed doing this, anything except housework every single day. And if you think you might enjoy more videos from my channel, please consider subscribing, and I will be posting a lot more videos. I don't have a niche, as the description of my channel explains. I do have my niche channel over on funcraftstodoathome.com, but this channel is specifically so that I can post videos of all the other things that I love to do. So if you think you might enjoy that, I'd love to have you on board. And if you do subscribe, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. So take care and bye for now.